a Bachelor in Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry from College of Veterinary Science and Jabalpur, and MVSc from College of Veterinary Science, Gadwasu, Ludhiana, and PhD from IVRI, Nagar. Before this, she has also served as assistant professor at Nanaji Deshmukh Veterinary Science University, Jabalpur. Till today, she has published 22 research papers and review articles in reputed journals, 7 books, 3 books for farmers, 8 book chapters. Dr. Serlin ma'am got several awards and fellowship to his credit during his academic research and career, including SRF, Best Paper and Poster Awards. She has many laurels in her account, such as Inspiring Lady Veterinarian Award 2021, National Academic Excellence Award 2022, Dr. C.M. Singh Veterinary Science Excellent Award 2022. On the behalf of organizing team SJID Patna and NADCL Baramulla Jammu and Kashmir, I welcome you, ma'am, for the today's session on the traditional Indian milk products with respect to human health. Thank you very much for joining us today. Now over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Sonam. First of all, very good afternoon to all of you. And I would like to thank the organizers of this 21 days training program for inviting me for this guest lecture. So my topic for today is the traditional Indian milk products with respect to human health. So this is a very familiar topic and most of you would be knowing about it. Anyway, I've tried my best to summarize it and present it to you all. So starting with it, as all of us know, the traditional Indian products, dairy products, they have been known to us since ages. So I think it is right from the Vedic culture. It is the traditional milk products, they have been mentioned even in the Vedic culture. Okay, so these traditional milk products, if you see, they are used commonly by us. Even we use it in our day-to-day life also. For example, like curd or dahi is popular in most of the households, be it in any part of India. So these products, they have been the key to our social and spiritual harmony also. And the history of these products, it dates back to the Aryan culture, that is around 1000 to 1500 BC. They were responsible for bringing these milk products first to our country. And the products brought by them were like dahi and ghee, which are even used today. So since then, these products are in use and they are in continuous use, and their demand is also increasing day by day. So it is also believed that, coming to the history of these products, it is believed that the Khowa-based sweets have been in use since then. And it has been used for many centuries in our country. So during the Buddhist and the Jain eras, it was seen that sweets were prepared from thickened milk, and it was used for consumption. And it has also been noted that even Lord Buddha, he used to allow his followers to carry sweets prepared from milk, honey, and jaggery during their transportation. And thereafter, it was seen that during the Mauryan period and even in the later periods also, these milk products were continuously consumed. So it was earlier, they found in these periods that milk, when it is reduced to half of its quantity, it was very well relished. And thereafter, they found that when the milk was reduced to 1/3 of its original quantity, various other dishes could also be prepared from them. Then after that, they observed that when milk was reduced to 1/6 of its original quantity, it could be used for the preparation of sweets. And when milk was reduced to 1/8 of its original quantity, it was used as sharkara, or known as the milk powder. So the ancient medical literature also states that the physical and the mental happiness of individuals, they depend upon the type of the food they take. So these traditional milk products, they have a huge place in our country because it is used daily and very often. If you see, no ceremony in our country or no functions, be it any marriage function or any function, these traditional milk products are surely consumed, and they are the liked delicacies. So traditional milk products, what are they, or how can you define these traditional milk products? So traditional milk products, if you see, they are the products which are endemic to India, and they have been established over a long period of time with the use of locally available resources, and you can say even the locally available vessels. But with time, now these processes, they have become established, and today they are being produced at commercial levels using very sophisticated instruments also. And if you see, around half of the milk which is produced in our country, it is converted into these products. So it is converted by both the organized sector as well as the unorganized sector also. So these products, they have a great social, cultural, religious, medicinal, and economic significance. And these products, they enjoy certain advantages, like they are liked by the entire Indian population, and they can be prepared using very simple technologies, and they require very less infrastructure also. So next, if you see the health benefits of milk, if you see milk, it is a complete food. So why it is called a complete food? Because it has all the essential nutrients in it. And if you see during the first 6 months of a human being's life, the baby is completely dependent upon the mother's milk. So, and the baby grows very well. So you can say that milk is a complete food. Apart from that, if you see, milk has a very high nutritive value. So milk consists of various macronutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And apart from that, milk is also rich in micronutrients such as vitamins and minerals, which include calcium, phosphorus, etc. And if you see the milk protein, it has all the essential amino acids in it, except for lysine and methionine. So it is a very good quality protein. And apart from this, milk also has certain antimicrobial compounds in it also. So these antimicrobial compounds, they prevent the growth of undesirable bacteria. Apart from that, milk also has certain biologically active components, which includes bioactive peptides, antioxidants, vitamins, oligosaccharides, conjugated linoleic acid, etc. All of which have wide range of bioactivities, which include the modulation of the digestive tract and the gastrointestinal functions, and it also regulates the immune system also. So hence the bioactivities of these bioactivities can be made use of in pharmaceutical field, and they can be consumed for improved health and used in a wide range of areas, such as for antimicrobial action in the cardiac health, as antioxidants for gastrointestinal health, and for enhancement of various psychological functions also. Next is coming to the classification of these traditional Indian dairy products. So the classification is well known to you all. So the first is the concentrated milk products. The concentrated milk products are those products which are formed by concentration of the milk using heat energy. So these products include khoa, rabdi, etc. Then comes the heat and the acid coagulated milk products, which include paneer and chena. Then the traditional, then the other class is the fermented milk products, which are fermented, where milk is fermented using lactic acid bacteria culture. So these fermented milk products are the products which contribute to the maximum health benefits among the traditional milk products. Then apart from this comes our frozen products such as kulfi, then fat-rich products, which includes ghee and makhan, and various other miscellaneous products. So now coming to the fermented milk products. So in this presentation, I am mainly focused on the fermented milk products because the majority of the health benefits related to the traditional milk products, they are derived from the fermented milk products. As you all know, fermentation, it produces various compounds which have therapeutic value as well as nutritive value also. So fermented milk products, if you see, fermentation, basically it is a metabolic process that produces certain chemical changes in the organic substances through the action of enzymes. So during fermentation, the complex organic substances, they are broken down into simpler compounds, and these simpler compounds, they are known to, they are easily assimilable by the body, and they provide various health benefits. So these products, milk is usually fermented using the lactic acid bacteria such as Lactobacillus, Lactococcus, and Leuconoster. And these fermented milk products, if you see, in fact, they have better advantages or higher advantages as compared to that of the fresh milk. When you go for preparation of fermented milk products, it obviously it improves the shelf life of the product. Apart from that, the taste is also improved, and the most important point is the digestibility is improved. So as most of you know that certain people, they are unable to digest the lactose in the milk, and they have this problem of lactose intolerance. So when you go for such people, they can go for consumption of fermented milk products because the lactose is broken down to lactic acid, and apart from that, the rest of the lactose, it is hydrolyzed to glucose and galactose also. So these people, they can easily go for consumption and digestion of the fermented milk products. And apart from that, it also improves the palatability of the milk also. So initially, it was done using the natural fermentation technique. And however, with the advent of the science of bacteriology and nutrition, the fermentation process has emerged as a well-developed control sequence of changes in milk with the use of various selective microorganisms. So depending upon the end product you want, you can go for using different microorganisms. And the end products of the fermentation are usually carbon dioxide, acetic acid, diacetyl, acetaldehyde, etc. So these produce characteristic flavor, taste, and the aroma. And apart from this, if you see, these fermented milk products, they also serve as vehicles for the probiotic strains. Now coming to the role of the starter culture. So in this diagram, you can see the cocaies and the rods. So they are used as the starter culture. The second diagram shows the freeze-dried cultures in the different packaging forms. So role of starter culture, the different starter cultures, they have different functions. So the summary of the role is that first and the major role is the production of lactic acid. Then the coagulation of milk and thereby producing changes in the body and the texture of the product. Then production of various volatile flavor compounds such as diacetyl, acetaldehyde, etc. Then control proteolytic and lipolytic activity, production of antibacterial substances, and production of compounds such as vitamins and various acids and carbon dioxide. And they may also add to the health properties of the product. So the first and the major fermented milk product is dahi, and dahi, it has been used since ages. And the references to the dahi, if you see, dates back to the Vedas. So it bears a prominent position in our Indian culture and food habits. So if you see Panchamrit also, it is prepared from dahi. So dahi, it is prepared in each and every household by culturing with the the overnight culture, the previous day's culture. So dahi is a product which is obtained from pasteurized milk or the boiled milk by souring naturally or by the use of harmless bacterial culture. It is a highly nutritive product, and if you see, the nutritive value of dahi is usually higher than the milk from which it is produced. So this nutritive value is due to the increase in the nutritive value is due to the fermentation process. Okay. So this dahi is also, as already I told in the earlier slide, it is suitable for the lactose intolerant people also. And the acid production as well as the heat treatment together, it leads to the fine coagulation of casein. So because the casein is, there is fine coagulation, it produces a softer curd. And as you all know, the softer curd is easier to digest. So this product, it is suitable for both the children and the elderly people also. Apart from that, dahi also contains easily assimilable proteins. That is because the bigger protein structures, they are broken down into smaller peptides. So these smaller peptides, they can easily pass through the intestinal wall and they are easily absorbed by the body. Apart from that, during the fermentation or the production of dahi, conjugated linoleic acid is produced. The conjugated linoleic acid, it is a long-chain biohydrogenated derivative of the linoleic acid. So the concentration of CLA also is known to increase. Apart from this, the acidic pH of the dahi, it ionizes the calcium. So there is better intestinal uptake of the calcium. Then fermentation product, the fermentation increases the level of the vitamins in the curd. So there is increase in folic acid content, riboflavin content, and the thiamine content. And this increase in the vitamin content, it depends upon the type of the starter culture you are using. So coming to the nutritive aspects of the curd, if you see, so nutritive aspects is it depends upon the type of the milk which is used and the type of the starter culture what you're using. So as already told, these proteins, milk proteins, they form a soft curd because of which it is easily digestible. So the curd, it is also being used for the treatment of stomach ulcers. So whenever there are stomach upsets also, in case of diarrhea also, we go for using dahi, and it has been used since ages. So if you see the dahi, there is a 3 to 30% higher net protein quality as compared to the milk. Apart from that, if you see the essential amino acid content of the microbial cell proteins is 2 to 6.5 milligram per 100 gram of curd. However, if you see this microbial cell protein content, it is very negligible. It is a very small value as compared to the amino acid content of the dahi protein, which is around 1470 to 2433 milligram per 100 gram of curd. So these values, if you see, you will be wondering it is a very much insignificant value. 2 is a very small value and 1470 is a very pretty high value. So this amount, although it is negligible from the quantitative point of view, it is important from the qualitative point of view. So this is because these specific amino acids, that is methionine, lysine, and cysteine, which are deficient in the milk, are added to dahi due to the action of the microbes. So if anyone is suffering from any marginal deficiencies of these amino acids in the diet, dahi will be capable of correcting that particular deficiency. That is why it is an important point. Apart from this, about 20 to 30% of the lactose in the milk is hydrolyzed to monosaccharides, that is glucose and galactose, which are easily or readily absorbable. And lactose also breaks down to form lactic acid, hence the problem of lactose intolerance is also solved. Then probiotic lactic acid bacteria, they increase the free fatty acid production by lipolysis of the milk fat, and also produces the conjugated linoleic acid by using the internal linoleic acid, which has nutritional and therapeutic value. So this CLA, I will show you in the later slides, it has many effects, such as it is anti-carcinogenic in nature, and it is anti-diabetic in nature also. Apart from that, it can also improve the immune system of the body. So depending upon the, apart from these, dahi is also a good source of vitamins, as already told in the earlier slide. So depending upon the starter culture you're using, the production of the vitamin also varies. So for example, if you're going for fermentation using Propionobacterium shermani, there is an increase in the vitamin B12 content. Whereas if you go for using Lactobacillus acidophilus and Lactobacillus casei, then there is an increase in the free fatty acid content and the conjugated linoleic acid content. So this is the commercial manufacture of dahi. Most of you will be knowing it. I'll be skipping this slide. Then the other fermented products include mishti dahi and bappa dahi. So mishti dahi is a sweetened dahi. It is a product which is consumed mostly in the West Bengal region. So over here, in this product, around 17 to 19% of sugar is added, and the starter cultures used are Streptococcus salivarius, subspecies Thermophilus, Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus lactis, subspecies lactis, and Saccharomyces cerevisiae can also be used. Then the other product is the bappa dahi, which is a steamed unsweetened curd, and it resembles a soft cheese-like cheesecake in texture and consistency. So these products also, they share the same nutritive value, the same health benefits as that of dahi. So this is the preparation of mishti dahi. The next product is the chakka, or you can say the Shrikhand. So this chakka is used as a base material for the preparation of Shrikhand. So it is a fermented intermediate dairy product which is obtained during the production of Shrikhand. So for this, you go for straining of the curds, and after removing the whey, you get the solid material which is left is known as chakka. So it is used as a base material for Shrikhand. So the yield is around 650 grams per kg of milk, while the yield of Shrikhand is around 1.5 to 2 kgs per kg of chakka. So obviously, when you go for producing it commercially, there is an increase in the yield as compared to the traditional method. So Shrikhand, again, it is a fermented milk product. It is a sweetish sour product which is usually consumed in the western parts of our country, such as Gujarat and Maharashtra. It is famous over there. It is produced with the lactic coagulation of milk and the expulsion of whey from the curd, followed by blending of cream, sugar, flavor, and color and spices. So this Shrikhand, again, it shares the same health benefits. Then coming to buttermilk or chas. So buttermilk or chach, it is a common product, and this buttermilk is also known as grandma's probiotic. So buttermilk, it has a very soothing effect. It is used as an appetizer. It is mostly consumed during the summer season because it acts as a coolant. So the liquid, it is basically the liquid which is left behind after churning the butter out of the cream. So if you see in the southern parts of India and in Punjab, Gujarat, etc., the buttermilk, it is added with either sugar or salt, and various spices also, such as curry leaves, ginger, etc. Salt is added, and then it is consumed as a refreshing beverage. Then this buttermilk is a good source of potassium, calcium, and phosphorus. Then, as I already told to you all, it is also known as grandma's probiotic. So this buttermilk, it is used for soothing the stomach and the skin. It alleviates minor stomach upsets, and it also improves the digestion. Apart from that, it is seen that regular consumption of buttermilk, it is known to improve the immunity, the person's immunity. So 1 cup of buttermilk contains around 99 calories and it is around 2.2 grams of fat. So apart from that, it can also be used for the treatment of various gastrointestinal disorders and certain other problems also, such as ascites and hemorrhoids also. Then lassi. So lassi is it is just a blend of curd, water, spices, and sometimes fruit. So there are different types of lassi, such as sweet lassi, makhania lassi, and saffron lassi. So these beverages, this beverage also, it produces the same health benefits. So now coming to the actual topic, that is dahi in health and its disease prevention. So dahi, as already known, it has been used as a household remedy for diarrheal diseases, and it has been mentioned in the Ayurvedic literature. So Charaka Samhita, which is a book related to Ayurvedic medicine, in the 1000 BC mentions Jataragni, that is a fire in the stomach, as the sustaining force of all living beings, and states that the first line of treatment for disease related to stomach is takra, that is charge. So the buttermilk or the charge, it has been used as a first line of treatment for stomach related upsets or stomach related diseases. So this has been mentioned in the 1000 BC. So dahi and buttermilk, they are used as therapeutic agents for treatment of various gastrointestinal disorders as well as other human ailments also. So it is seen that a combination of buttermilk, that is this takra, along with cumin, that is jeera, and asafoetida, that is hing, and rock salt, were used in the treatment of diarrhea. And this recipe, it is also it was used for treatment of malnourishment and dehydration caused by diarrhea, because it contains, this recipe, it contains protein as well as it contains salt, minerals, sugar, and vitamins and water. So it was used for treatment of diarrhea as well as the malnourishment or the energy loss which was caused by diarrhea. Then dahi is also known to be beneficial in various intestinal diseases because of the lactic acid, antibacterial substances, and creation of favorable conditions for the growth of Lactobacillus acidophilus. So these products also increase the gut bacterial colonization by the protective effect of the milk protein for the survival through the gastrointestinal transit. So you can see in the other side, the right-hand side, the heat is a complete source of nutrition. It improves digestive health, cardiovascular health, and improves the immunity, as well as it improves bone health, and it is also used as a skin care. So dahi and diarrheal diseases. So dahi is mainly used for the treatment of diarrheal diseases. So over here, this has already been discussed. Now coming to the other properties of dahi, that is antimicrobial properties. So the antimicrobial properties, there are basically two factors which are responsible for the antimicrobial properties of dahi. So one is the lower pH and the other is the antimicrobial compounds which are produced. So these this lower pH as well as the antimicrobial compounds produced, they prevent the growth of other undesirable organisms. So, and apart from that, certain bacteriocins are also produced. So these bacteriocins, they are antibiotic in nature. The most common bacteriocin which is produced is nisin. So it is seen that nisin can even inhibit the growth of Listeria monocytogenes also. Apart from that, it has an inhibitory action against various microorganisms, that is such as Enterobacteria aerogenes, Staphylococcus aureus, E. coli, Bacillus cereus, etc., etc. Then the next is in the immune enhancement. So dahi is known to activate the non-specific immune system of the body, and it also protects against enteric infection caused by Shigella dysentery. Apart from that, probiotic dahi, it is also known to enhance the innate and the adaptive immunity and provide protection against Salmonella enteritidis. Also, dahi helps to maintain a balance in the cytokine production by increasing the production of interleukin-10, and it also may be considered as a compound for nutritional rehabilitation of malnourished children also. So it is seen that various abnormalities in the immune system, including the cytokine production, can cause secondary immune deficiency, thereby causing protein energy malnutrition. Okay, so this when this abnormalities in the immune system causes the protein energy malnutrition, it has been observed that feeding of dahi in place of milk to these children improves the immune system, and the cytokine production is also increased by increase in the production of the interleukin-10, and hence it can be used for treatment of the malnourishment. So this is a proven fact, as the study was made by Diwan et al. In 2009. So it is a very good point, because our country is suffering from malnutrition. So this dahi can be used in place of milk for rehabilitation of such children. Apart from that, it has also been shown that dahi can increase the innate and the adaptive immunity also. Then the other beneficial effects of dahi include the reduction in the blood pressure. There is a cholesterol reduction, and dahi also has an anti-atherogenic effect also. So it is observed that dahi can lower the cholesterol level, blood cholesterol level, and the plasma triacylglycerol levels also, and it also reduces the atherogenic index also. Then coming to the anti-diabetic effect. So the anti-diabetic effect, it is mainly due to the, you can say due to the conjugated linoleic acid. So it was observed, it has been observed in studies that in certain rats fed with high fructose and in high fructose induced diabetic rats, it was observed that there was a reduction in the fasting glucose level, glycosylated hemoglobin level, insulin level, improvement in the insulin level, free fatty acid contents, triglyceride levels, and the triglyceride levels also. Then in another study, it was observed that he was able to suppress the streptozotocin-induced diabetes by inhibiting the depletion of insulin. Apart from that, it is also known to preserve the diabetic dyslipidemia, inhibit lipid peroxidation and nitrate formation. And the heat can also empower the antioxidant system of the beta cells of pancreas and may slow down the reduction of insulin and elevation of the blood glucose level. So this is about the anti-diabetic effect of the heat. Then coming to the anti-carcinogenic effect, if you see that there is a reduction in the gastrointestinal cancer in rats when probiotic dahi is being fed to them. It is containing Lactobacillus acidophilus and Bifidobacterium bacterium. It can reduce the gastrointestinal cancer, apart from the lipid peroxidation and the beta glucuronidase activity in the gut. And apart from that, feeding of this probiotic dahi increase the glutathione S transferase level, which is a carcinogen detoxifying enzyme and present in the liver. So this results in the attenuation of carcinogenesis in the gastrointestinal tract. The next is the antioxidative effect. So probiotic dahi, it has the ability to stimulate the superoxide dismutase enzyme and the catalase enzyme activity also. Then anti-allergic effect. So dahi is known to suppress the ovalbumin-induced allergic consequences. So this may be due to the effect of conjugated linoleic acid, free fatty acids, various complex oligosaccharides, bioactive peptides, and oligosaccharides. Then next product is the makhan, which is also known as butter. So again, makhan, it has been known since the Vedic times, and it is used for both dietary as well as religious purposes. So this is obtained, makhan, as all of you know, it is obtained from the curd, by the churning of the curd. So makhan contains, because it is a fat-rich compound, it has the fat-rich vitamins, that is A, D, T, and K. And apart from that, essential fatty acids are also present. It is a high caloric product. That is, if you go for consumption of 100 grams of makhan, it will provide around 750 calories of energy. And its molecular structure of makhan is such that it can pass through various tissue layers, even including the brain, which are otherwise impermeable. So this is a very important activity of the makhan. So this property can be used for carrying nutrients or even medicines to the brain and removing waste compounds from the brain also. Then apart from that, if you see makhan, it is rich in, it has high amount of essential fatty acids such as arachidonic acid and linoleic acid. Then butter or makhan, it also contains selenium, which acts as an antioxidant. So these are the beneficial health benefits of makhan. So it also contains selenium, which is responsible for keeping the skin healthy and elastic. Apart from that, it is used for treatment of various ear problems, then insomnia, that is a lack of sleep, bedwetting, mental illness, and it is also used in reducing the pain caused during arthritis by lubricating the joints and by oxygenation of these joints. Then makhan is a very good food item for the pregnant mothers right from the 4th month of pregnancy. So it is known, it is believed that the consumption of butter will not only nourish the fetus, but it will also ease the labor. Apart from that, the arachidonic acid, which is present in butter, it has a huge role to play in the brain function, in the nervous synapses and healthy cellular structure, maintaining a healthy cellular structure, and it helps in the development of the child's brain also. Apart from that, butter has a unique form of vitamin D, which is easily absorbable and it is needed for the functioning of the synapses. Apart from that, it also defends against makhan, can also defend the body against various type of cancer also. Then ghee. So ghee again, as you all know, it is a fat-rich product. It has been also used in Ayurveda since thousands of years. And if you see, no religious ceremony or no puja or any sort of religious matter is incomplete without the use of ghee. And it has been mentioned in Ayurvedic literature also that cow milk ghee is superior to the other forms of ghee. So ghee, it contains 99 to 99.5% fat and less than 1% moisture. Apart from that, the fats in the ghee, if you see, it consists mainly of fatty acids, saturated fat, monounsaturated fatty acids, polyunsaturated fatty acids, omega fatty acids, cholesterol, and the vitamin A, B, C, K, and E. Apart from that, it is also a rich source of conjugated linoleic acid, sphingomyelin, butyric acid. So this butyric acid has a very important role to play because it increases the killer T cells and thereby increases the immunity of the body also. And other lipids having anti-carcinogenic effect. Then it is rich in antioxidants such as vitamin E and beta carotene. Apart from that, it is rich in vitamin A. So vitamin A is essential for the to keep the epithelial tissue of the body intact. Apart from that, it keeps the outer lining of the eyeball moist and it prevents the blindness. Then vitamin E is essential for normal pregnancy, birth, and breast milk production. Then there are the medium and the short chain fatty acids, which are directly absorbed by the liver and burned to supply energy. It has better digestibility and anti-cancer properties also. Then ghee and Ayurveda. So cow ghee is excellent for balancing the Vata and Pitta and related doshas. So this is Vata means air and Pitta is fire and dosha is the humor. So ghee, it is also used as a base for preparing various Ayurvedic medicines due to its ability to attain each and every organ or the tissue within a short period of time. So it can be, it is used as a base material for the Ayurvedic medicines because ghee can be transported. It can transport any medicine without causing any change to each and every organ, even including the brain also. Apart from that, ghee is known to promote the positivity and the growth of consciousness. Cow ghee is also known as amrita or nectar, and its digestibility is 96%, and hence it can be used in the treatment of many diseases. So if you see the ghee, it has a higher digestibility as compared to other form of fats. The reason being that the fat, this fat in the ghee, it exists in the form of a dispersion in the aqueous phase, thereby forming an emulsion. So other fats, it has to be first emulsified by the enzymes such as the pancreatic lipase or the intestinal lipase before the digestion. Apart from that, this milk fat also contains certain medium and short chain fatty acids, which are easily absorbed by the body also. So the health benefits of ghee, there are a wide range of health benefits. So the first is ghee is known to increase the intelligence and the memory power. It can also rejuvenate the skin and its glow, and it has anti-aging properties as well as anti-crinkling effect. Then ghee, because it is a rich source of fat, it can boost the body energy. It detoxifies the body and nourishes the body. It is effective in treatment of eye disorders, as already told, because of the vitamin A content. There is no blindness. Apart from that, it keeps the eyeball moist, and it keeps the epithelium of the eye also intact. Then it is used to improve the joint health. It can be because it again lubricates the joints and oxygenates them, and thereby it can reduce the pain. It can also improve the quality and the quantity of the semen. Then it can take up nutrients from the food and deliver them through fat permeable membranes, such as in the brain. It is used as a de-stressor and helps in better sleep also. Apart from that, if you see, it is it can strengthen the immunity. So as I told earlier, butyric acid, it is a short chain fatty acid present in the milk fat. This butyric acid, it provides a distinct flavor to the ghee, and it helps in digestion also. And the killer T cells in the gut, they get adequate support from the production of this butyric acid. So this butyric acid, it supports the growth of its killer T cells, and as a result, there is a strong immune system. Apart from that, it is used for the treatment of childhood epilepsy. It has anti-cancer activity by decreasing the cyclooxygenase activity. It has a hepatoprotective activity against carbon tetrachloride, brought about hepatotoxicity also. So ghee, you can see in the slide, it is a superfood. It improves the immunity, nourishes and protects the brain, promotes positivity and growth and expansion of consciousness. It enhances hair growth, improves the eyesight. It can be used to increase the lean body mass and reduce the fat mass because it is rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Then it can reduce the constipation. Daily consumption of ghee reduces the chances of constipation. Then the ghee is very effective in producing a skin glow. It has anti-aging effect, as already told. And consuming ghee also boosts up the gut health, and it is a richer source of butyric acid, which is an anti-cancer constitution. And apart from that, ghee is a good option for people who have high cholesterol also, because ghee, it lowers the bad cholesterol and it increases the level of the good cholesterol. Apart from that, ghee has anti-diabetic effect, which is due to the conjugated linoleic acid present, and also has immunomodulatory activities. The immunomodulatory activities of ghee is due to the linoleic acid, which decreases the inflammatory mediators such as the leukotrienes, prostaglandins, and interleukins, and prevents the complications of diabetes such as atherosclerosis and the heart diseases. Then it has a positive effect on the serum lipid profile. That is, it reduces the cholesterol level, and it can, or the plasma triacylglycerol level also. Then it has acts as a lubricant to the eye. It is used for the treatment of computer vision syndrome, and it acts as a good rasayana. So rasayana is rejuvenation, which is a traditional Ayurvedic therapy to ensure the body's vitality to its fullest capacity. So vitamin A is present, which helps in the moistening of the outer lining of the eye wall and prevent the blindness. Then these are the specific health benefits of the different products, traditional products. Apart from that, there are certain beneficial compounds which are present in milk. So I would just like to give a short review of them and provide their health benefits. So if you see diet and lifestyle, they are the two major factors which influence the susceptibility of the body to diseases. And our digestive system, if you see, it is an interface between what we consume and our metabolism. So fermented milk products, or the fermented type of fermented foods, if you see, they are also being recognized as functional foods because they have various health promoting activities and they have the ability to fight certain diseases also. So these products, they have potential biotherapeutics, and they can be used in the management of several inflammatory metabolic disorders also. So these compounds, because of their multiple health benefits, they can be used for fighting certain diseases. So the daily consumption of these products, it will obviously improve the health of the person. So the first compound is lactulose. So lactulose, if you see, it is not present in the raw milk. It is a compound, it is a synthetic compound, and it is produced during the heating of the milk. So it is a synthetic disaccharide, and lactulose, I think most of you would have seen, it acts as an osmotic laxative, and it can be used for the treatment of chronic diarrhea also. So within 24 to 48 hours, the person will get some sort of relief from the constipation. Apart from that, it is also beneficial. It has a beneficial effect on impaired neuronal function and cognitive performance of total systemic encephalopathy patients. Then it has potent antimicrobial properties, and it has been observed that at doses of 60 gram per day, it can kill intruders by causing a sharp drop in the pH of the colon. So when this pH drops, it makes the survival of Salmonella difficult, and thereby and it can also reduce the toxicity which are produced by certain endotoxins when the body is recovering from certain type of surgeries or from certain type of injuries. Then apart from this, lactulose also has an anti-carcinogenic effect. It can protect against colon carcinogenesis, and it offers direct protection on DNA of the colon mucosa also. So this compound is also known to induce increase in bifidobacterium, which have anti-cancer activity in the colon, mammary glands, and liver also. Apart from that, it augments the absorption of calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and iron. And this lactulose also has an osteoporotic effect in rodent models. So this was observed by Pometro et al. In 2005. Then milk-derived bioactive peptides. So bioactive peptides, most of you will be knowing what these bioactive peptides are. So bioactive peptides are small protein fragments. It contains around 33 to 20 amino acids, and these protein fragments, they have specific functional effects, or they have specific effects such as they may be antioxidant, or they may have anti-hypertensive activity. So these peptides, they are a fragment of the parent protein. So when they are encrypted in the parent protein, maybe they may not show their effect, but once they are released from the structure of the parent peptide, they begin to show their activities. So milk proteins, they are the most important source of bioactive peptides. And casein and whey proteins, a lot of bioactive peptides have been derived from them. And these are used in foods, dietary supplements, for pharmaceutical products, for delivering health benefits. So these bioactive peptides, they can be obtained from milk. There are various bioactive components also present in milk, such as the lysozyme, lactoferrin, etc., which already have various activities. And bioactive peptides, which you see, it can be produced or released from the parent protein by 2-3 techniques. One is the fermentation. So by fermentation or by the use of strata culture, you can go for releasing various bioactive peptides. Apart from that, you can go for enzymatic hydrolysis. So you can use enzyme of maybe plant origin or animal origin or microbial origin to produce the bioactive peptides. Then depending upon the starter culture you're using, the end product or it will influence the peptide and its final activity. So, and these bioactive peptides, they have various activities such as anti-hypertensive activity, antimicrobial, antithrombotic, or they may be immunomodulatory. They may be used for mood and stress control. So it is, if you see, it is a very challenging task to select the right strain or the combination of strains with optimum proteolytic activity and lysis tendency at the right time. Milk proteins, they are very promising candidates in the production of various health-promoting functional foods. So if you see this is how the bioactive peptides are produced. That is either by gastrointestinal digestion, by fermentation, or by in vitro enzyme hydrolysis. You can go for production of the bioactive peptides, which have various other activities. So these are the functionality of the milk protein derived bioactive peptides and their health targets. So they may have there are calcium binding peptides, या फिर casinophosphate phosphopeptides, which are known for bone health, which have bone promotion, and they can be used for improving the bone health and your teeth, etc. Then certain other peptides such as the ACE inhibitory peptides or the angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitory peptides, that is the antihypertensive peptides, antithrombotic peptides, anti-cholesterolemic peptides, and antioxidative peptides. These can be used for improvement of the heart health. Then there are other peptides such as the glycomacropeptide and the opioid peptides. These can be used for the management of weight. Then casomorphins and opioid-related peptides, they can be used for control of the mood, memory, and stress also. Apart from that, various immunomodulatory peptides are there. They improve the immunity or enhance the immune defense system in the body. Then there are antimicrobial peptides and immunomodulatory peptides again, and the opioid peptides, which can also be used for treatment of the digestive health also. Then antimicrobial peptides, they can be used for, as already told, for the the calcium binding peptides, that is the caseinophosphopeptides. They can be used for the dental health also. So there are toothpaste and mouth rinses which are already available in the market containing these caseinophosphopeptides. So opioid activity, the first activity I would like to discuss is the opioid activity. So opioid peptides, they play an active role in the nervous system and they induce sleep. So beta casomorphins and fragments of beta casein, the first peptides, they were derived, opioid peptides, they were derived from these beta casomorphins and fragments of the beta casein. So this is a, you can see in the photograph, it is a bioactive milk peptides, which is a mood and the sleep support. So this is an opioid peptide, which is present in the market, which is obtained from milk. So in a study, around 24 different peptides were obtained from the Indian lassi, which was fermented using the dahi culture. And these bioactive peptides, they showed partial or complete homology to the milk protein bioactive peptides having various activities. So oral administration of these peptides, they modulate the absorption process in the gut and influence the gastrointestinal function. They are absorbed into the blood, travel to the brain and various organs and show their pharmacological properties. And the properties of these peptides, they are similar to morphine or opiate. So this is about the opioid activity of the peptide. Apart from that, a peptide has been also derived from the alpha casein, which is known to have anxiolytic activity, that is anti-stress activity. Then next is the ACE inhibitory peptides, or you can say the angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitory peptides. So these are the anti-hypertensive peptides. So many lactic acid bacteria strains, they are known to produce the ACE inhibitory peptides. So there are various, the Scalpis is a drink which is available. It is a functional drink which is available in the market containing ACE inhibitory peptides. So Calpis, I think it is made of contains three peptides, that is valine, proline, and proline, VPP. And there is another drink also, which is a tripeptide again. That is IPP, that is also present in the market. So these compounds, these peptides, they reduce the blood pressure, or they are effective in controlling the blood pressure. So how these peptides work? So if you see the angiotensin 2, which is formed, it increases the, you can see over here on the right side, it increases the aldosterone level, thereby increasing the intravenous fluid and increasing the blood pressure, and thereby development of atherosclerosis or thickening of the arteries. So that is what angiotensin 2 does. So these peptides, what they do is they do not allow the angiotensin 2 to be formed. So angiotensinogen actually is a compound which is released from the liver.
So this angiotensinogen in the presence of renin, which is released from the kidney, is converted to angiotensin 1. So this angiotensin 1 is thereafter converted to angiotensin 2 in the presence of angiotensin converting enzyme, which is secreted from the lung capillaries. And this angiotensin 2, it increases the blood pressure and the development of atherosclerosis. So these ACE inhibitory peptides, what they do is they go for blocking the release of angiotensin converting enzyme, and or they can also work by another mode, that is they inhibit the production of bradykinin, which again is a vasodilator which increases the blood pressure. So then there are next is the antioxidant peptides. So the antioxidant peptides, if you see, they are effective in controlling the free radicals which are formed in the body. So free radicals, they are produced in the body even during the normal physiological action and their secondary action. Apart from that, if you see antioxidant peptides, they have a very crucial role in the food processing industry also, to prevent the oxidation of foods. Then UV rays also lead to the production of these free radicals. So excess free radicals, they do various changes in our body. That is, they cause changes in the protein and DNA damage. They can also go for oxidation of the membrane phospholipids, modify the low density lipoproteins, leading to several diseases such as arthritis, diabetes, cancer, and atherosclerosis. So the free radicals, they are positive agents for predisposing factors for many diseases. So antioxidant peptides, they have been derived from casein by its hydrolysis and fermentation of milk with various proteolytic lactic acid bacteria strains. Then immunomodulatory and antimicrobial peptides. So this is another important function of the peptides released. So immunomodulatory action is related to the stimulation of proliferation of human lymphocytes and macrophage phagocytic activity. It has been shown by studies that lactalbumin, its trypsin product, its pepsin product, it is when you go for its hydrolysis by trypsin, pepsin, or chymotrypsin, the products which are formed, they have immunomodulatory effects, and certain products, they have immunomodulatory as well as antimicrobial effects also. Then the beta, there is beta lactoglobulin, which is a whey protein. These whey proteins, they also have various effects. So beta lactoglobulin, it has been used for inhibition of the HIV virus. It is a human immunodeficiency virus, which causes AIDS. And the casein also, if you see, it is a very rich source of bioactive peptides. So the hydrolysis of alpha-sensitive casein by chymosin results in the formation of caseocidin and casein, and both these are known to have antibacterial activities. And casein peptides, if you see, they promote the growth of Lactobacillus acidophilus. However, they do not favor the growth of other undesirable or pathogenic microorganisms. Apart from that, if you see the glycomacropeptide, which is also known as GMP, it is formed during the lactic acid bacteria fermentation, and it has various membranolytic properties, immunomodulatory properties. They inhibit the hemagglutination caused by influenza virus. They can bind to Vibrio cholerae toxins, inhibit the adherence of Staphylococcus mutans, which is responsible for the caries development in the teeth. So peptides also induce apoptosis of the cancer cell. So apoptosis means cell death. Then other bioactive components which are present in the milk, that is lactoferrin. So lactoferrin, as you all know, it has an antibacterial activity by making its ability to bind to the iron. Then peptides of hydrolytic products of lactoferrin, such as the lactoferricin and lactoferrampin. They have various effects. Like lactoferricin, it can be used in the treatment of cancer. And lactoferrampin, it has antifungal activity and it also has antibacterial activity. It has a higher activity against candida and various other pathogens as compared to the native protein. So lactoferrampicin, it has higher activity as compared to the lactoferrin. Then caseinophosphopeptides. So caseinophosphopeptides or CPP, as already seen earlier, these peptides, they are used for bone health as well as for the caries development, that is for the dental health also. So these form soluble organophosphate salts and lead to enhanced calcium absorption by limiting the precipitation of calcium in the distal ileum. These are found physiologically beneficial in preventing osteoporosis, dental caries, hypertension, and anemia. These caseinophosphopeptides, they have well-documented anti-carcinogenic activity by promoting the recalcification of tooth enamel. Moreover, the glycomacropeptide, if you see, it is derived from the kappa casein. It has anti-carcinogenic effect and it can inhibit addition and growth of plaque formation bacteria on the oral mucosa. Then casein phosphopeptides, they also improve the mucosal immunity by increasing the immunoglobulin A level. So there are various products which are present, which in the form of mouthwashes, chewing gums, which are available in the market containing this caseinophosphopeptides. So they are added in combination with amorphous calcium phosphate and they are used as mouth rinse solution, toothpaste and chewing gum. Then there are certain bioactive lipids which are present in the milk and the milk products. So if you see, at least 1/3 of the milk, if you see, it has a high proportion of it has both saturated fats and unsaturated fats. However, if you see, only 3 of them, that is the lauric acid, myristic acid, and the palmitic acid, they tend to raise the blood cholesterol level. A majority of them, they are unsaturated and they have cholesterol lowering effects. If you see, various fermented dairy milk products prepared from non-specific strains of microorganisms contain compounds such as conjugated linoleic acid, which has antioxidant effect as well as it is hypocholesterolemia in nature. Then certain compounds such as again the CLA, carotene, sphingomyelin, and butyric acid, they have anti-carcinogenic effect. Butyric acid, along with vitamin A, B, E, K, and CLA, it also provides protection against various non-transmissible disease also. Then milk fat, it also acts as a delivery medium for nutrients, including fat-soluble vitamins. And the capric acid, caprylic acid present in the milk, they also have antiviral activities. Lauric acid is also have antiviral, antibacterial, anti-caries effect, and anti-plaque formation. Then the conjugated linoleic acid, it is a compound present in the milk which is formed by the biodehydrogenation as well as by intestinal bifidobacterium also. Conjugated linoleic acid, it is known to reduce the heart disease, cancer, enhance the bone formation and the immune function. It can also reduce the LDL cholesterol level and slow down the atherosclerotic lesions and the severity of pre-existing lesions also, and reduce the severity of the pre-existing lesions also. It induces apoptosis, that is the cell death in cancer cell lines. So it is an anti-carcinogenic, well-known anti-carcinogenic compound. It improves the bone health and it can enhance the lean body mass also. Then CLA has proven anti-diabetic effect due to its complex regulation of genes, vital in reducing adiposity, improved insulin action, and signal transduction in the skeletal muscles. So these are the various beneficial compounds. Apart from that, the last is the vitamins which are produced during fermentation. So these vitamins such as vitamin B12, thiamine, riboflavin, etc., they are produced during the fermentation process. So and the concentration of these vitamins, it depends upon the activity of the starter culture. So if you see folate, it is an essential compound for the growth and reproduction in vertebrates, biosynthesis of nucleotides, and they are also cofactors in various metabolic reactions within the cell. They prevent the neural tube defect, certain cancers and neuropsychiatric diseases, and coronary heart disease also. While if you see vitamin B12, it is involved in the metabolism of various nucleic acids, amino acids, and fatty acids and carbohydrates. Vitamin B2, it is a precursor of flavin adenonucleotide required for flavoproteins and for vision, hair growth, and body growth and skin. So this is a summary of the health benefits of milk products or the traditional milk products.